So there's this one concept that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and it's been changing the way I approach everything I do, and that is the idea of getting my reps in. Now, to give this some background context, you've probably heard of the book Atomic Habits. If not, I would definitely recommend that you checked it out. But in the book, the author James Clear talks about a study taking two groups of photography students. Now, the first group would be, at the end of the term, graded on how many photos they took. So, for example, 100 photos would give them an A. The second group, on the other hand, would be graded completely on one perfect photo. Now, the results showed that it was the quantity group that ended up doing far better than the quality group. Now, that's because Group 1 weren't trying to make a perfect photo. They're allowed to make these mistakes, build up their technique, and gradually improve their skills. Group 2, on the other hand, never had the opportunity to make these essential mistakes, and therefore they never had the opportunity to learn. As they say, best is the enemy of the good. I actually unknowingly used this idea when I was younger, learning to draw, and instead of using clean pieces of paper, I would use the backs of cereal boxes. This massively took away from the pressure of being perfect and allowed me to be creative and experiment with new ideas. Alex Hormozy talks about this with the phrase think in 100s. Rather than saying after I've practiced 1 or 2 hours I'll be able to play the songs I want, instead think after 100 or 200 hours what you'll be able to play. As a result, you won't get caught up in the short-term progress of why you're not improving as quickly as you want. Instead, you'll be focused on the long run, putting in those hours to get the results you deserve. I had so many doubts about this video, how I was going to film it, where I was going to film it, how I was going to edit it, but then I realised all I can do is just get started. I could have waited until the weather was better, until I knew exactly what I was going to say, but I didn't. I know this video won't be perfect, but that's the point. I can't expect it to be. The thing is, if I never even post it, I still improve my skills and I learned from the experience. Taking this idea into how you approach guitar or any other skill. When you're learning a new skill or technique, don't get frustrated if you can't play it after your first attempt, let alone your 10th or even your 20th. Instead, be patient, put in those reps, give it the time and practice it needs, and until then, don't expect to be anywhere else. Progress takes repetitions, and lots of them. We need to be vulnerable and learn to work in these places of discomfort, because that's what's required to get where you want to go. You see, in order to learn efficiently, we have to make these mistakes and then learn from them. How can we learn from mistakes we never make? It's only by consistently showing up and putting in those reps that you give yourself the chance to fail, and therefore the chance to learn. So many people are afraid of failure. I used to be too, but it's only on the other side of failure that you can find out what needs to change, and only then can you set out to change it. You can't edit a video if you have no footage, and you can't create a statue if you have no rock. We need to fearlessly put ourselves in these situations where we feel uncomfortable, because it's hard, because we aren't good at it, in order to give ourselves the material we need to craft something truly extraordinary. So that's why I'm filming this video, getting my reps in, trying new ideas, seeing what works best, especially when it comes to YouTube. As a certain famous company once said, just do it. So yeah, I'll be getting my reps in, and I encourage you to get them in too. But remember, it's okay to be afraid of failure. It's not okay to avoid it.